more than 400 years ago. An event took place in the burning desert of Karbala that changed the entire course of human history forever. This historic moment was not just an ordinary battlefield clash, nor was it a mundane struggle for political power or worldly throne. It was a profound, eternal stand for truth, absolute justice, and unyielding human dignity against the forces of tyranny. Even today, after the passage of many centuries, millions of people from different walks of life deeply remember and honor Imam Hussain. They do not revere him because he achieved a conventional military victory on the field, but because he completely refused to surrender his divine principles and pure character, ensuring his name continues to inspire oppressed people across the globe. Years after the passing of the Prophet Muhammad, the expanding Muslim world faced major, turbulent political changes and internal shifts. Yazid became the absolute ruler of the empire and immediately demanded a formal oath of allegiance from Imam Hussain, while many ordinary people believed that simply accepting this demand would easily avoid a bloody conflict. But Imam Hussain saw something much deeper and more dangerous threatening the community. He strongly believed that remaining completely silent in the very face of blatant injustice would permanently damage the moral foundation of society, and for him this was a clear, uncompromising battle between eternal truth and devastating falsehood. Imam Hussain knew full well the extreme dangers that laid ahead on his chosen path. He understood completely that the road before him would be incredibly difficult, painful, and filled with immense sacrifice. Yet he bravely chose to continue forward because some fundamental principles are infinitely more valuable than life itself. Accompanied closely by his immediate family members and a small group of loyal, steadfast companions, he began a historic journey across the sands. This caravan was setting out to create what would ultimately become one of the most powerful, timeless examples of divine courage and faith in the history of mankind. As the small caravan moved steadily forward across the harsh landscapes, warnings and threats came rushing in from every single direction. The political pressure from the ruling authorities increased heavily with each passing day, but Imam Hussain remained absolutely firm, calm, and dedicated to his sacred mission. Eventually, after days of traveling under the hot sun, the fateful journey finally reached the barren land of Karbala. It was an isolated, empty place near the river that would soon, through immense sacrifice, become one of the most sacred and remembered locations in all of human history. The final night before the day of Ashura was filled with deep spiritual reflection, profound faith, and quiet determination. Every single man, woman, and child present in the camp understood completely that a great, unprecedented test of life and death awaited them as soon as the sun rose. On the dawn of the 10th of Muharram, the historic day of Ashura finally arrived with a heavy atmosphere. Imam Hussain and his tiny band of companions stood ready, facing a massive, heavily armed state army that was far larger and overwhelmingly superior in numbers than their own. They were completely surrounded from all sides, cut off from water, and deeply outnumbered by thousands of enemy soldiers. Yet despite the terrifying reality of the situation, they absolutely refused to abandon their core spiritual principles, bow down to tyranny, or compromise their values. Despite facing extreme physical hardship, intense thirst, and immense emotional suffering, their spirits remained unbroken and fully committed to the truth. Their real strength did not come from military numbers or weapons, but from an unshakable, pure conviction in their hearts. One by one, the loyal companions and beloved family members stepped onto the field and sacrificed everything they possessed. Their extraordinary bravery and ultimate martyrdom on the hot sands became an everlasting, universal symbol of pure faith, ultimate loyalty, and true honor. The supreme sacrifice of Imam Hussain permanently transformed the barren desert of Karbala into a timeless, powerful lesson for all of humanity. It established a universal truth that physical oppression can never truly defeat or crush the immortal spirit of righteousness and justice. The ultimate message of Karbala remains incredibly simple yet profoundly powerful for every generation. Never, under any circumstances, support injustice, and never choose to remain silent or indifferent. When the truth is under direct attack by powerful forces, you must always stand up firmly for what is right and moral, even when the entire world is against you and the odds seem impossible. Protect your human values, honor, and inner conscience, no matter how high the personal cost may be. Today, millions of diverse people across the world, regardless of their religion, race, or background, continue to draw deep personal inspiration from the legacy of Imam Hussain. His moving story does not belong to one group, but to all who truly believe in freedom, justice, and human dignity. Karbala was never just a brief, isolated historical event that ended in the desert. It remains a living, timeless lesson proving that righteous courage can easily outlive massive armies, and that one single person's brave stand for truth can inspire the entire human race forever. That is exactly why the story of Imam Hussain will never fade away.